Hi everyone, Sam here. This little video is about weekly quests and not getting overwhelmed by Warframe. So picking out rewards like the Furax, for instance, this week that I want to grind for, and I heard some good things about the Furis. Having goals that mean something to you, not that are completely, oh my god, meta, but yeah, that you think will be fun to grind for during the week. That's great. That will keep you playing Warframe long term. And then one day, you'll look at this too, and you'll be like, what do I want to play? I have all these augments, right? What do I want to design? How do I want to play my character? And all of them will work because you can invest enough in to either make them work in endurance runs all the way up to level 9,000. His power level is over 9,000! Or just like the basic steel path missions, you know? And yeah, that feels good. That feels fun, and you grind out with your friends who then ask you to carry them in Elite Deep Archimedea because they watch your YouTube videos and see you can do it solo, lols. Just kind of trolling, kind of not. But yeah, I mean, this week we have like, where is it? Where's the quest? Of course, all of these Gifts of the Lotus, which I can't do any of because I've already done them. But we have this Thermia Fracture. And I've been putting off getting the Opticore Vandal for a very long time because it just didn't inspire me. But I'm going to do it this week. Because BFG, right? And then we have like the new Deimos missions, the Sanctum Anatomica missions showing up for Steel Essence rewards, which is pretty cool. Gonna go for those, like at least one of those every day. Invasions, yeah, we've done everything that we need to from these invasions, but you can even like sell the invasion rewards for platinum from on like Warframe Market for kind of decent amount, like 20 to 40, depending on how in demand what it is. You can choose to even switch factions or over level, quote unquote, the factions. So you get like, I'm legendary rank 1, so I'll get like 30,000 faction standing a day. But then I can go for another 15,000 just base, and each of these missions can drop 8 medallions, and one medallion can be up to 5,000. We can turn those medallions in for relics or on release of new frames and get like tons of platinum that way, right? I'm a sucker for deluxe skins, so I spend all the platinum I get on like Rivens and deluxe skins. But once you earn all the frames, right, everything, then all you have left to do to spend your plat on, you have to like make your own weekly goals. So that's what I'm getting at. Like, find fun game modes that you love, find fun platinum grinds, don't burn out, just set yourself some weekly tasks, and yeah, enjoy, you know? I guess the priority really is like Archon hunt, um, Netracells, and Elite Archimedea, or Deep if if that's your limit, that's fine too. And speaking of, weeklies, going to Iron Wake. Iron Wake, wake the iron. You must wake the Iron Fist, senpai. You must avenge your fallen masters. By getting loads of Rivens and kuva for free and like quickly, because we're flooded. If you play Warframe a decent amount, like you could even play slightly casual, but I play a decent amount, right? So I have more Riven slippers than I know what to do with, and consequently I also have more Riven mods, like challenges. Thank God they added this system. Activate it. Until you activate it, it doesn't eat up your capacity. I have more of these than I know what to do with, but I also have, luckily, more kuva than I know what to do with because it's so easy to get now. And next, we will look at Teshin. Thank you, Palladino. Iron Wake, remember? Iron Wake, Iron Wake. Every week. Next, we will go to Teshin and take a look at what he is peddling this week. We actually, it's kind of sad. We only get an imitation of Teshin even. Just checking to see if the microphone's on. Yeah, because Teshin went to chill with the drifters in Duviri. So, you have arbitrations as well. If you enjoy those, then grind out all this stuff. I thought this was really cool. I got it, put it in my orbiter. Still haven't placed the statue. Three-headed man, or kind of almost four-headed. You must be aware of all directions at all times. Yeah, all of these mods are really pretty good, and they sell around 20 to 50 platinum, depending on if you rank them up, maybe even more. Yeah, you can get arc guns, which are quite underrated, and thus they don't sell for much, but they're very powerful. Get the galvanized mods, which are of course kind of necessary, especially like this, or rather this. It's the same, but like shotgun, pistol, rifle. It's basically gun CO, gun condition overload for your ranged weapons. And then if you like headshots, of course, scope, crosshairs, and so on are great. Very, very fun. Start getting red crits after consistent headshots. So not to get distracted, we go to Teshin, our boy Teshin, or rather the very solid seeming statue he left us. Get the cipher, just in case we have some challenges we don't like. Get the 50k kuva at a reduced rate. Another adapter. Might seem like a lot of steel essence, but especially if you get a resource booster, which we don't have at the moment, but you can get like 500 a week, no problem. Or, if you're sort of gonna grind all day, you could even get like realistically 300 a day. So those are probably rookie numbers to some people who actually grind all day. They go like, bro, I'm at 1,000. I got 1,000 just from one day. But yeah, when I had a 500 just from passively grinding with resource booster, it did feel like a lot. You can do the Cephalon, Samaris challenges. I will share with you before I close this video actually a really cool little grind that is way less stressful than listening to this big cyberbully who tortures his victims endlessly. So these mods sell pretty well. This one especially, and this one kind of decently, and this one. Energy generates health conversion and negate. And the companion Rivens, not so much, but you can also get the parts for subsuming, right? And you get all of her parts elsewhere, but the blueprint you get from him. 50k might seem like a ton and really annoying and like, oh my god, facepalm, don't want to do that. Or I don't know, if you need an under-leveled version of this instead of max level, 100k might just seem like, what? I'm not even gonna grind that, bro. What the hell? I will show you this grind that is super easy and pain-free. So what you do is you go, I need to make another video about this basically, but you go to the Flying Fortress. Where is the Kuva Fortress? Here it is. Okay, so you go to the Kuva Fortress and you go to, I believe it is the first mission, Exterminate. You set it to solo or friends only. You can grab a friend and do this with him, but he needs to have a shade pet or no pet that doesn't attack unless you do, and he needs to have a silent Archiplasmor. And you need to have an upgraded scanner. And when you do this mission, what you do is you run through all the way to the end. Run you through like a pirate. Yeah, Tourette's. You run through all the way to the end, and then after a while you see the mobs leading the way because there's no like tooltips showing you where exactly to go. They lead you to the end. Oh, thanks Weebnet, we needed that blessing. Yeah, not, but yeah. They run through to the end, and then you scan them all at the end. And because you have your stick Archiplasmor, or even Tenet Archiplasmor, with a silencer built in, like you have to put it in the Exilus or in the 8th slot, it dissolves the corpses. So you're scanning them all from stealth. You take like Ivara, preferably, best girl for this, with preparation, so you don't run out of energy, and you have it maxed right at the start. Can also just spam pizzas, but that gets expensive. Yeah, stand at the end, scan them all, kill them all. You get 20k per run without affinity boosters. So at the very most, you need 2 runs, and you're maxed. And a run takes like under 10 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this review of like weekly quests to do. You can of course set yourself your own goals. That's the whole idea of this, sort of lead a horse to water. If you're kind of new to Endgame Warframe, you just got on Steel Path or you're not even there yet, really advise going to Zariman, going to our boy Cavallero, and buying all of the base evolution guns that he has. That's the Inodem, the Fenmore, Felarx, Praedos. Did we miss one? And then working your way with those through Steel Path and through the circuit, for instance. They sometimes pop in the circuit. No, they don't. I'm making that up, sorry. Yeah, but just buy them. They are not hard to build at all. The Latem is the one I missed. It's the easiest to build. It's a very low rank requirement. Or as Rebecca might say, low wank requirement. No, you want to go for max rank. Yeah. And if you're already very familiar with this rep grind, then Molt Augmented is a great one to sell. Sells for like at least 100 plat, if not more, for rank 5. I remember the days when I sold it for like 180. It's gone down a bit, and there are some other ones that sell for a decent amount. Yeah, wouldn't really advise the Incarnon market, but if you have tons of plat to blow, unlike me, if you don't use it all on deluxe skins, then Boar on Boar Prime is sick. Angstrom is really good too. This is saying I would wait for it to come around. It's actually really good, but I would still wait for it to come around. It fires like these rockets that have a cold group pulling effect and explode for a lot of damage, and the base mode gets boosted too. Yeah, these are just kind of meh. They're all right. You can make them work, but they're not that special. So yeah, I grind this because it's one of the easiest grinds. Every day I log in, hand in the Void Plumes, and you're done, right? 31k, kaboom. Buy some Molt Augmented if you're going to cap, and check, like, now that Quinn offers Steel Path bounties, check what he's got. Avoid Void Armageddon unless you have a fat squad. Mobile defense is alright, but you have to defend it, of course. This is the one you want. Exterminate with Awakening a Void Angel, because then the Void Plume from Void Angel, if you can kill it quickly enough, gives you 5k standing, and like if you take Void Strike and have a decent amp and can shred armor with the skill or corrosive, the Void Angels are a pushover if you have those things. Really, really good. Exterminate with the open party, the squad is very fast, and you get something like 5 base, as you see, 5 base Void Plume Quill for 2.5k each. So that's like 12.5k rep per run, and it's like done in less than 5 minutes. And then you get bonus ones lying around, especially if you use the Parallax ship chargers. So that is that, like a comprehensive overview of all the things to do in any given week. You also have the Orowyrm fight for Pathos clamps and a bit of Duviri grinding. I kind of forgot about that until now because I finished it. I would say just do Lone Story once you are at max Duviri intrinsics. And yeah, another good little grind is the Railjack grind. Work your way up here either for cosmetics or do the Void Storms for these little beauties. Corrupted Hollow Key, they drop like 30% of the time or so. I recently had over 100 of them. You get to choose between 5 weapons in any relay. Whoops. In any relay, you get to choose between 5 weapons, and provided it's not blown up. And they have cycling weekly, what's it called? Cycling weekly elements on the weapons. On never. On 0. Okay, Argo. Right, good to know. But I know you can be bribed. Alright, so you go to his shop once you have the corrupted hollow keys, browse merchandise, and see if you want to grind any of this, right? This week it's cold at 28%, which is kind of shockingly average. Wouldn't advise it. Oh my god, thanks Tensley. Some random blessing, affinity and damage, why not? Cold, again, on Grigori, slightly better, but it's nothing to write home about. Heat on this is actually kind of decent. Heat is a good stack because it melts armor, adds an infinitely stacking dot, and does CC as well to get shocked. Everything is cold. There's cold killers left our weapons in space for us to have. And Toxin. So none of them were like, oh my god, I need to have that. But this one, I would say if it's like 45% or above and it's an element you want to build for, grind for that during those 3 days. It resets halfway through the week. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out. Enjoy the grind. You know, don't go nuts. Don't burn out. Have like personal goals instead of meta goals. That's my advice to you. And yeah, just enjoy the game. Enjoy the game, yeah. The crowd's commanded. let's bless our people. We already have affinity, so we're gonna be sneaky and give him a what? Bless again in 12 minutes? Okay, we can't even bless. Fail. Yeah. Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Bond. Wow.